Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fan Den UK. So we're here tonight doing a double live stream. First one tonight is QPR vs Luton. Obviously, a big game in the Championship. The last time these two teams play before the new year. So hopefully, it should be a good game, guys. We're just seeing that QPR going with one at the back. Sorry, goalkeeper, obviously, four at the back, four in midfield, and two up front. So it looks like they're going with a 4-4-2 formation. We're just waiting to see how Luton plan to line up. And Luton are going with three at the back, five-man midfield, and two up front. So both choosing to play slightly different formations. So let's hope that makes the game a bit more interesting, guys. I think that should make the game interesting. The fact that Luton have packed the midfield like that, might mean that we see potentially QPR on the attack, obviously being the home team a lot more, and looks like Luton may have set up with it in mind to basically try and catch QPR on the counter attack. So just bear with me, guys. I'm just going to see if I can get you the formations up. If you're just joining us, guys, it'd be great if you could hit that like button and drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you. Fan Den is here for all fans, so you're welcome to get involved, guys. Just bear with me a second. I'm just trying to see if I can get. There we go. Just bear with me a second, guys. Just trying to see if I can get some details up for you guys to see on the screen. There we go. Hang on a second. There we go, guys. You should be able to see the formations for yourself now. So yeah, there you go. As I say, now the way it showed me actually on the screen is that QPR would be lining up with a 4-4-2, but it's actually showing it slightly differently on the sofa score. But we shall see how the game progresses, guys. So the teams have kicked off. We are just 30 seconds into it, guys. QPR in possession. And the goal and the ball's back with the goalkeeper at the minute. If you're just joining us, please do drop your comments in, guys. Be great to hear from you. Any thoughts you have on this game or tonight's game? Got quite a few games going on tonight in the EFL. Got championship playing, some championship games playing tonight, some tomorrow night, and League One's playing, League Two's playing. So there's quite a fair bit of football to cover this evening. Like I say, we'll keep tabs on that later on when the other games kick off. But for now, we are very much focused on the QPR vs Luton game, guys. So, like I say, do feel free to drop your comments in the chat. Be great to hear from you guys. So, long ball up the field, guys, and it's gone straight to the other keeper. I've seen that a few times in the last couple of days with games. Just at the minute, guys, not much to report. Both teams just kind of having a bit of a midfield scrap. QPR on the attack now down this near side. It's quite a pacey game so far, guys. It's started off with quite high intensity. We're only 2 minutes in, but both teams look like they're well up for this. Like I say, the speed of the game has started off quite intensely. Cross comes into the box for QPR. Um, Attempted clearance, but only cleared just as far as just outside the box. Now QPR pick up the pieces with their defenders, and it's back to the goalkeeper as they try to build again. QPR with a long ball down this near side, and now looking to get in behind, coming into the box. And a cross comes into the box, and it's blocked by Luton. And now Luton pick up possession deep inside the QPR part of the field and look to try and hit QPR on the counter attack as they now come down this near side wing. But a tackle coming in from QPR sends the ball out of play for a corner for throwing. Sorry, guys. And let's just see what you guys are saying in the chat while we just wait for the corner to be taken. Joey, how's it going, mate? How's it going? Hi, guys. What's your score prediction? I'm going to say 2-1 QPR. Yeah, that's a good shout, mate. That's a good shout, to be fair. I think obviously QPR being a home team, a strong performance you'd expect from home. But this is I'm not like crazily clued up with all the derby games down south, but I think this is classed as a kind of a derby in it. QPR Luton. Obviously, I'm not sure how much of a derby the fans consider it, but it's in that same region of the country, if you know what I mean. Both clubs down south, so and it's definitely the way the game started, guys. It's definitely got a derby feel to it. So I would say, I'm trying to think. I'm going to be brave, mate. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to say 3-2 QPR. I'm probably miles off, but that's my score prediction. I'll go with 3-2 QPR. It's probably a bit brave, maybe a bit bit crazy, but with the way the game started, I expect that there's going to be a few goals in it because both teams definitely look hungry to get some out of this. They both started with amazing intensity and speed with when they're on the ball and when they're off the ball. So yeah, I'll say 3-2. I'll be brave. I'll say 3-2 QPR. Although I'm probably going to be miles off, mate. So I think you're probably a little bit closer to what it might be with your prediction being 2-1. But I'll be brave. I'll say 3-2 QPR. So maybe hoping for a few goals to make this an interesting game. Long ball thrown into the box for Luton, and it's a good shot that comes off from it, but straight into the goalkeeper's hands, and a good early chance there for Luton to let QPR know that they're here to play, if you get my meaning. But QPR now on the attack down that far side, but it's gone out for a throw-in on the far side, just in front of the technical area. Yeah, that shot on goal for Luton was kind of like a bit of a flying kick from the player. Apologies if I can't always shout out the players' names. We're doing that many games at the minute, guys. It's just I cannot. It's just impossible for me to know all the players' names at every club. But I'm sure as we do more fan den stuff and more live streams, I'll get to know other players that I'm not as familiar with. Obviously, some players, as you guys know, there's always players that you're familiar with. But like I say, with the amount of clubs in the Football League and obviously Scottish football, we have to take account of as well. There's a lot of players' names, and I'm kind of avoiding saying too many players' names at the minute, just because if I do, I might start making mistakes because, like I say, we've been doing that much of a variety of live streams. It's kind of you don't want to start getting confused with saying the wrong players' names, if you get my meaning. But yeah, so just scrappy at the minute in midfield. Both teams letting each other know that they're here to play. The ball keeps pinging up in the air, so we're having a bit of head tennis, and then it comes down, and then we're having some interesting tackles, shall we put it that way? Um, QPR on the attack now on the far side. Cross comes into the box, but it's straight through everybody, and now out on this near side, and Luton pick up possession. Now Luton looking to try and push up the field as they bring the ball into midfield and now push up to the halfway line and switch the play out to that far side. And a crossfield pass from front to back right over to this near side. Good effort, but just not quite enough on the ball. And QPR regain possession and build again. But Luton have nicked it back, and now Luton back on the ball. So as you can see, just from the first few minutes, guys, the ball keeps changing hands quite a bit. Neither team managing to make a statement by keeping long spells of possession in the early stages of this one. We're just coming up to 8.5 minutes gone. So we got a throw in for Luton, guys. And it looks like we're going to take a long throw in yet. Long throw in for Luton. Now they switch the play out to this near side and look to push up the field. And now they come back inside. A good ball there for Luton. And a shot comes in and it's a goal. Oh, that was a beautiful goal. That was a beautiful goal for Luton, guys. They switched the play. They had the corner. They had the throw in on the far side, quite deep in QPR's half of the pitch. They took the throw in. It pinged about a bit, then fell down to the floor with the defenders at the back for Luton. They then switched the play out to this near side and then attacked down this near side wing, catching QPR off guard a little bit because they was caught more on the opposite side of the field from the fact that the throw-in and the play was switched so quickly to this near side. And then as they came down the wing, they came cut back inside and just on the edge of the box. One of the QPR players took the shot. I think it's Morris, and straight across the face of goal and right and into the far corner. And a beautiful goal there for Morris for Luton Town. So surprisingly, guys, it's Luton Town that take the early lead in this one. So it's 10 minutes gone. QPR 0, Luton Town 1. That should definitely, hopefully, make the game a little bit more interesting now with the home team going having to come from behind. So that means they're going to have to chase the game a bit more now. So should be hopefully that goal might really kickstart. Although it didn't need to kickstart the game because, to be fair, both teams started the game off with real intensity. But you expect that now we're going to potentially see a lot of QPR possession as they push up the field to try and find an equaliser. And that is going to set it up perfectly for Luton to try and hit them on the counter-attack when they regain possession. So it should have hopefully set up for an interesting game. We've just got a stoppage at the minute, guys, for a foul on a QPR player just midway inside the QPR half of the pitch. Just not much in it, just two players jumping for a ball, and I think the QPR lad has just took a bit of an arm to the face as both players jump for it. But he's back to his feet now, so the game should restart in a couple of minutes. Joey is saying, "Go Luton." I've not got a preference who wins this. No, me neither, mate. Me neither. I've not. I'm perfectly neutral in this one. Let's obviously we keep an eye on the game, but while we're here, let's just have a quick look at the championship table, guys. We might as well just remind ourselves where these two teams are in the league. so we get a bit clearer picture of who needs the points the most, so to speak. What's going on there? Um, Sorry guys, just waiting for my um, computer to sort itself out. All right, so they're quite close in the group, guys. I'm just gonna just bear with me a second. I'm just gonna share this with you, so you can see. Um, but just bear with me a second. Just bear with me a second, guys. I'm just trying to share with you so you can see. So you can see the table. So just bear with me a second. Only be a sec. There we go. There we go, guys. If you can see that, you can see that Luton, as it stands, obviously, if the result stays this way, Luton are in fifth place in the championship and QPR in eighth place in the championship. So basically, both of these teams wanting the points tonight. To potentially push up into the playoff positions. So yeah, don't always have time with all the preparation for live streaming. Don't always have time to look at every team that we're streaming about and check exactly where they are in the league. So sometimes it's good that we can do it while we're actually on the stream. So there you go, guys. Just sharing the table with you so you can see where both of the two clubs are at currently in the league, and obviously that's also showing you as it stands now. If the result stays the same, if the result changes, then both the clubs' positions can potentially change in the league as well. So all to play for both teams, basically, guys. Now Luton looking to hit QPR on the counter attack as they pick up possession in midfield and now push forward and break into the box, cross across the box. That didn't sound very good, did it? Cross across the box. Apologies. I'll get it right. And the shot is straight at the goalkeeper from Morris. So another opportunity there for Luton. But as I said, guys, it's proving that way in the first couple of minutes since the goal that QPR now have sort of started to settle into a rhythm of possession, and Luton sitting back, soaking up the pressure. A long ball forward for QPR, and it's kicked out for a throw in just outside of the Luton technical area. And QPR take the throw in and pass the ball back to their defence as they look to try and apply some pressure on Luton's goal. But they're just struggling at the minute to make the best of their possession because that goal has obviously put Luton in the lead, but it's also put them in the ascendancy. So now they're able to sit back um, and press from the front, and they do seem to be doing that. They're not waiting for QPR; they're actually pressing from the front. And now QPR just down that far side, looking to break into the box, but the shot is blocked, and I think it's gone out for a corner, or well, it's either a corner or a throw. And we'll get a clearer picture in a minute. But the cross did ricochet off a Luton defender, and yeah, it looks to have gone out for a corner on the far side. So we have a corner for QPR, guys. Some handbags scrapping going on in that box, guys. The corner comes in, it's cleared up, and now Luton pick up the ball midway inside their own half, and a challenge from the QPR defender results in the ball going out on the far side for a throw in. But Luton definitely looking to hit QPR on the break there. You could just see it how quickly they sprung back out of their defensive formation to push up the field. So yeah, definitely can see that that's a tactic that Luton definitely looking to try and take advantage of. Stevie Allen, how's it going, mate? Hi, Fanden and Joey. How's it going? Hopefully, um, you doing okay, Joey? Sorry, Stevie. Good to see you drop in the chat, mate. Appreciate the great work you do behind the scenes. I'm good, thanks, mate. I think Joey's okay. I'm not good as well. QPR now in possession on this near side. Ball passed back to their defence. Now QPR push forward into midway inside the Luton half of the field and switch the play out to this near side as they're looking. They're just basically probing at the minute, looking for gaps in the Luton defence. But Luton looking very, very structured and organised in their defensive lineup now. They've obviously they're probably feeling quite confident at the minute in this early stages of the goal. The fact that they've got that goal to get themselves in front. So now they're able to basically do a bit of a job on QPR in respect of soaking up the pressure and looking to panic QPR's defence if they regain possession, because they can, as I said, they can break quickly, as they've tried a couple of times already, and put that QPR defence under real pressure if they commit too many players forward. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do drop your comments in the chat. Be great to hear from you. QPR are now in possession midway inside their own half, and they switch the play out to that far side. They're really struggling at the minute to find gaps in the Luton. Luton looking really organised in their defensive lineup, and not much space for QPR to exploit because of the fact that Luton have gone with this 5 in midfield. Seems to be working really well for them. They're able to pack the midfield and make it really hard for QPR to even break through the midfield, never mind the defence. But now QPR have got through that midfield and not quite got behind the defence, but managed to get a shot off. But it's straight at the goalkeeper, who saves it, and now the possession back with Luton. But yeah, just as I was saying, they were struggling to break through that midfield. They could then go and do it. So yeah, it just goes to show you can't how quickly things can change in the game that we love. The ball now midway inside the QPR half of the pitch, but being headed about, and now falls to Luton, who passed the ball back to the keeper to take, obviously, to try and reduce the pressure on themselves. Keeper take long ball forward up into the QPR half of the pitch. Luton looking to get into the QPR box, but it's as I think it was Connor, as he run into the box with the ball. He didn't quite have it under control, and it's blocked by a QPR player for a throw-in. Throw-in's taken, and now QPR looking to build with Luton with a few men committed forward, and QPR looking to break down this near side. They try and switch the play over to the opposite side of the pitch, but the ball's fallen straight to a Luton defender. And now Luton looking to build. Guys, if you're just joining us, like I say, please do hit that like button. It'd be great to hear from you as well. Drop your comments in the chat. Like I say, we are here for QPR v Luton, but all fans are welcome to get involved on Fanden. So please do feel free to come and drop your comments in the chat. we are quite a new channel, guys. So we're not extremely well known yet on YouTube. We're doing a lot of match watch-alongs at the minute to help more of the football community find us and learn about our project. But we've got a lot more ambitious ideas in the future once we obviously get the project up and running a bit more and a bit more well known on YouTube. So now QPR in possession on the halfway line, mid in centre of the field. They look to play the ball out to this near side, but lose it really quickly to Luton. And now Luton looking to try and ease the pressure, but it's they've lost it. And now, as quick as QPR pick it up again, they've lost it, and it's gone out for a throw-in. So it's kind of as you can see, guys, both teams. I don't know whether you're watching the game, but from what obviously how I'm trying to describe it to you, both teams really struggling to keep any kind of serious possession for any length of time, and both teams also looking to play at speed as well. They're both really seem up for this one. You can see with the speed of the play and how quick the players are reacting to things as they develop in the game. Now the ball's gone out for a goal kick to Luton. Stephen Allen is saying, "Do you have any prediction who will be coming up into the Premier League?" Oh, that's a great question, that, Stevie. That is an excellent question. I think it's very unlikely. I think Burnley, definitely. I said that, though, before the season even started. I said when they dropped out the Premier League last season, I thought it was very sensible how they accepted it. They didn't go out and spend stupid money trying to make sure that they stayed in the Premier League. There was acceptance of the fact that they might go down. And so I think they're definite to go up. Sheffield United looking pretty strong as well. So I would say possibly Burnley, Sheffield United, and I think Norwich will climb up the table a bit more, and possibly either nick that second promotion place or get promoted through the playoffs. So yeah, just bear me a second, guys. I'm just going to. I should. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to refresh the screen here, but it's not letting me. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just trying to, so you can see the team formations. There you go. So QPR in possession on this near side, but they've lost it to Luton. Luton now pick up possession and looking to break down this near side, but it's turning into quite a scrap on this near side wing, guys. Both teams looking. I think both teams have got in mind to use that wing, but they're kind of cancelling each other out with both looking to try and break in behind each other down this near side wing. But like I say, a couple of times now we've seen that both teams have kind of cancelled each other out whilst attempting to do it. Now QPR with a free kick midway inside their own half, and they pass that back to the goalkeeper. But Luton pressing from the front, definitely trying to press from the front when they get the opportunity. But yeah, I don't know if that. What do you think of that, Stevie? Obviously, as I say, answered your question. But for me, I would say Burnley, Sheffield, and Norwich to potentially get promoted. So, what's your thoughts on it, mate? Do you agree with that, or have you got a different analogy of who will go up potentially at the end of the season? Luton now in possession, near side, and they've lost it quite quickly to QPR, and QPR now on the edge of the on the edge of the Luton box as they've just picked up the possession and brought the ball back inside. But lose out to Luton on the edge of the box. But now QPR pick it up again, and an attempted pass or shot has been blocked by the Luton defence. But QPR pick it up again and now look to build again from the far side. As I said, guys, QPR, as we were expecting, QPR now are having a lot of possession, but struggling to get into the Luton box and create any opportunities. Because, like I say, Luton have shown that they've got a good game plan working here, and they've got that 5-man midfield that seems to be really making life difficult for QPR to get try and break through their midfield and defence to get into the box. Joey's saying, good prediction that, mate. Defo, think Burnley. I do have a soft spot for them. Yeah, like I say, I'd love to see Burnley get promoted. I'm nothing against any clubs. Obviously, whoever gets up is deserved of it. But I like to. I don't know. I don't know if other fans think like this. Maybe it's just me being, being a northern lad. I don't know. But I always look to. I always like to see in the Premier League, because it's the top league in England. I always like to see a balance. And what I mean by that is I want to see a balance of northern teams and southern teams. You don't want to see, don't particularly want to see it too dominated by either side of the country, because that can make it a little bit flat. For example, if you look in the past, there has been seasons. It's been the Premier League has been heavily dominated by southern teams and not as many northern teams. And then there's been other seasons where it's been quite heavily dominated by northern teams and not as many southern teams. So, like I said, I don't know if other fans look at it like that, but for me personally, I always look to see that there's or at least hope that there is a good balance of northern and southern teams, mainly because obviously it makes the games more interesting for derbies and things like that. Do you get what I mean? It's always that extra interest from us as fans. If there's if it's a team that's if it's two teams taking each other on that are local to each other. If you get my meaning. So, like I say, let me know, Joey. Do you ever think like that, mate? Or any of you other guys, if you ever think like that, if you ever look at the league, or particularly the Premier League anyway, and take notice of the balance between North and South, if there's a good balance. Like I say, maybe it's for me being a Northern lad, I don't know, but I always like to see a decent representation for Northern teams and also a fair balance of Southern teams, because I just think it makes the league that bit more interesting. But you guys might think differently. Let me know if you do. QPR now in possession in their own half of the pitch, looking to push up the field as they switch the play out to this near side. Just got a stat for you guys. Points drawn from winning positions for Luton, 16. So they've had 16 positions, 16 points, sorry, from winning positions. So the question is, I'm presuming that's a stat before this game. So obviously if that is a good stat from their point of view. QPR really, really struggling at the minute to get any kind of possession moving forward. Luton doing a bit of a masterclass on them here with the tactics. They're pressing them from the front when they've got the ball. QPR struggling to get the ball forward. When they do, they're being pressed from the back. And as we've just seen, they were under pressure. They couldn't get out from the back, so they took the chance of pushing a long ball forward, and they pretty much lost it as soon as they pinged that long ball forward. And like I said, they're really, really struggling to make any headway with the possession that they get. And and it's just making Luton grow in confidence because, like I said, the more that QPR is struggling to create anything with the possession that they have, the more it's encouraging Luton to press from the front to try and make QPR make more possession, make more mistakes in possession, or lose the ball themselves through feeling pressured to get the ball forward. Another long ball forward from QPR, and again Luton cut it out, and it's out on this near side for a corner. So yeah, it's interesting how this game's going. Quite impressed with how Luton are playing so far in this the early stages of this one, guys. We are currently 32 minutes gone, and it's still QPR nil, Luton 1. Where was up to with the chat? Joey saying, good prediction. That mate, defo. Yeah, sorry, I did read that. Didn't I? Defo think Burnley do have a soft spot then for them. Yeah, like I say, mate. I've just, as I just explained about my thinking with the North and South. I'm not sure if you ever look at it like that, but I do because, like I said, I just want to see good derby games in the Premier League. So yeah, I do can tend to have keep an eye on it. And it's not a big thing that I take notice of, but obviously, you do take notice when to see how many potential derbies you've got. I used to take a lot more notice of it when Bolton were in the Premier League to see what potential games we had in and around us of local teams. Stevie Allen is saying, yeah, mate, agree with Burnley and Sheffield. Can't rule out Blackburn. Can't rule Blackburn out. They doing well. Yeah, absolutely, Stevie. Yeah, like I said, it's tight. It's tight. It's really tight. It was actually difficult because, as you're saying, you can't rule Blackburn out, but another team that you can't rule out either is Watford. Watford obviously doing quite well as well, and as we know that they have been in the Premier League before as well. So these all the teams up there in the top half of that championship: Burnley, Sheffield United, Blackburn Rovers, Watford, and Norwich. And I think the only exception is Luton. The other five teams have all been in the Premier League in recent years. I can't remember. Luton have not been in it that I can remember. But yeah, the other five teams in that up in that top half of the league have all been even as far as eighth because you've got QPR as well, who have got Premier League experience as well. So yeah, like I said, it's a difficult one to predict who's actually going to get promoted, but there's definitely a good few teams mounting up at the top of the championship that do have the potential to push. To push up into the Premier League and get promoted. So yeah, that's a good point, that Stevie. Thanks for that, mate. Stevie saying, I know you won't want to hear it. Want to hear that being a Bolton fan, laugh out loud. No, obviously, like I said, I'm not too bad about it with rivalries. Obviously, I do consider Blackburn and Bolton's one of Bolton's biggest rivals, but as long as they're not playing each other, I'm happy for Blackburn to do well. Like I say, it's just different when we actually play each other. Then, obviously, I would like Bolton to come out on top. It is a little bit grinding. Blackburn doing better than Bolton at the minute, but let's be honest, guys, they haven't had to face the difficulties of saving the club the same way Bolton have in the last few years. So it's understandable that they're just at the minute a league above us with the problems that Bolton have had to face. So yeah, but no, I've got no problem with Blackburn doing well if they do well. Like I say, I'll be looking forward to the day when Bolton finally get back in the same league as Blackburn and we can start playing against them again. But no, if they get promoted, fair play to them. So 36 minutes gone, guys. We've just got a throw in for Luton on the edge of the QPR box. Long ball, long throw in taken, but it's cleared just outside the box. And now we've got the referee has I think blown the whistle for a foul. So just going to see. Yeah, I don't. But I don't know why he's blown that there. He's blown for a foul for a high boot. But both players did it, guys. Both players came up with a high boot. They both run towards each other to try and win the ball. And as the ball has come down, both a Luton and a QPR player have both put their foot up to try and win the ball. And they both had a high boot. But it's QPR that have been punished for it, with Luton having a free kick. Free kick taken, ball into the box, cleared, but only just as far as just outside the box. As one of the Luton players takes a shot and it's high and wide. And now we'll have the game restarted with the goalkeeper. But yeah, a bit of a wasted opportunity that for Luton. A bit of a wild shot from the player. I'm not sure who actually took that shot then, but it was a bit wild. He did have a minute or at least a few seconds to try and let the ball fall to the field and get it under control and then take the shot. But sometimes it's easy for me to sit here and point that out, but obviously I'm not the player in the moment, and sometimes players don't always react to what's going on around them. If they feel under pressure, they might just, like I said, just take a wild shot when they don't necessarily need to. So it's easy, like I say, it's easy for me to criticise, but I'm not the one on the pitch feeling that pressure, am I? Now the ball is pinging about inside the QPR half of the field. Both teams heading it between them, and now QPR finally get the ball on the ground on the halfway line, on the far side of the pitch, just in front of the technical area. They're trying to probe down that far wing, but Luton with pressing from the front, making life really difficult for QPR. Now they switch it out to this near side, and they managed to get a bit further up the field. And now they're coming inside with a cross into the box, but it's gone past everybody and it's gone out for a goal kick. But that wasn't too far off, guys. That was actually, I wasn't sure if that was a cross into the box or a shot at goal, because it was kind of a 50-50. It was crossed into the box, but it was actually, as the ball curled in to the box, it curled in and came quite close to the far post. So you could argue that it was a cross / shot at goal for QPR. And now we have the ball on this near side, gone out for a throw into Luton. And guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you guys. I will keep coming back to the chat as of when I can during the breaks in the game. And the ball has now gone out and at the back. Sorry, deep in QPR's half of the field for a throw-in. And we're just seeing that the referee's giving a few lectures out. QPR regain possession and now look to push up the field. QPR now looking to probe down this down the far side, and they managed to keep the ball in play. And cross comes into the box. It's headed clear, but only cleared as far as midway inside the Luton half as QPR continue to press the advantage and now switch the play out to this near side. And just on the edge of the Luton box, passing it amongst themselves on this near side, and it's now gone out for a throw in to Luton. I think, yeah, to Luton. But Luton definitely pressing QPR all the way, really making life difficult. But I think that was the best spell of possession we've had for QPR, trying to push forward and create an opportunity to potentially get a goal scoring opportunity. So yeah, but that breaking play just gives me a chance to come to the chat and see what you guys are saying. Billy random clips. How's it going, mate? Great to see you. I appreciate you coming, getting involved. Let's know if you've got a score prediction before we get too much more deeper in the game. If you've got one, mate. Billy is saying, I think Luton will hold on onto what they've got 1-0. Right, yeah, fair enough. It's a good shout, mate, to be fair, because the way they're playing at the minute, it definitely, obviously, it's QPR having the majority of the possession, but tactically, it's actually Luton that are looking the better of the two teams at the minute. We have no preference who wins. Obviously, we're trying to watch this game as neutral as possible. So I'm just giving you the facts of what I can see, and it's definitely Luton looking the more tactically superior at the minute. They got that early goal, and since then they've been soaking up the pressure. They've got a five-man midfield that is causing QPR all sorts of problems, trying to break them down. And like I say, with the fact that they've got that early lead, it's set Luton up perfectly to try and soak up the pressure and then hit QPR on the counter attack, and they're doing it really well. I wouldn't say they're doing the counter attack very well because they've not had a lot of opportunities to get forward. But I suppose it's as the old saying goes: you've got to take the sting out of the opposition before you can really go for the jugular, so to speak. So as the game progresses, we might see that QPR start to tire, and then Luton might be able to make more of the opportunities that they get when they do get possession. But yeah, absolutely great shout that, Billy. Thanks a lot, mate. Appreciate you sharing your thoughts with us. We're just not much to report at the minute, guys. As the game progresses, if there's stuff to report, I will keep you up to date. Just 44 minutes gone. We're just having a goal kick for Luton with a long ball up the field, and it's just pinging about at the minute between the two teams in midfield. But now Luton have got the ball forward on the far side and look to cross the ball into the box, but the cross comes in, and it's a bit of a poor effort, to be honest. And QPR pick up the ball and now move the ball up to midfield and switch the play out to this near side as they look to get in behind Luton. It is becoming a little bit more end to end as the game's progressed. And QPR just having a 1-2, passing it between two or three players on this near side as they try and create some space. And a cross comes into the box. It's deep. It's almost looked like it was going to go into the top corner of the net. The shot was taken from right over near the far side of the pitch on the touchline, and the goalkeeper Hovert really having to backtrack to make sure that didn't go in the top corner, and he's got an hand to it, which has resulted in a corner for QPR. But that was an excellent effort. I don't know whether he was actually intending to cross that or intending to have a shot on goal. But it definitely put the goalkeeper in all sorts of trouble, and he had to readjust his position to make sure that didn't go in the top corner. The corner comes in, it's cleared, but it's only cleared as far as just outside the box. Another cross comes in, and that's cleared, but QPR still in possession, midway inside the Luton half. And another cross comes in, but it's a wild cross, and it's gone out past everybody and out behind a goal kick. 40, we're just coming up to the 40 at the halftime mark, guys. 46 minutes, there was 1 minute added on, and I think that's it. I think there goes the halftime whistle. So really good first half for Luton. QPR really struggling. I think they need the team talk the most to get their ideas basically worked out between them to see how they're going to try and break down Luton in the second half. Because as I say, Luton making life really difficult for QPR, and I think it's through the fact of the formation, partly through the fact they've got that early goal, and partly through the formation that they're playing. So now we're on halftime, guys. Gives me the perfect opportunity to try and catch up with some of your comments. If you're just joining us, guys, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you. There's lots of stuff we're doing at the minute for fandom and for you guys to get involved. You can send us short clips of your match day experience if you like. You can also get involved in the chat. You can also get in touch with me to come on the channel. And also, we'll be doing a little bit of stuff on Instagram very soon as well. So, you interested in that, you can go and follow on Instagram. Stevie Allen is saying, "Hi, Billy. Yeah, Luton doing well. Absolutely, Stevie. It's been a good game for Luton so far. QPR, both me and Joey predicting that QPR will come out on top in this game. But in the early stages, it's looking like it's potentially going to be Luton that could come out on top in this game. Um, so yeah, but thanks for that, Stevie. PFC underscore DY4 is my mate Dylan. How's it going, Dylan? Good evening, guys. Good evening, Dylan. I hope you're okay, mate. Good to see you. Portsmouth are playing tonight, aren't they, mate? What's your thoughts on the game? And are you going? Are you going to the game tonight, or are you keeping an eye on it on the TV? Let us know, mate, and let us know your thoughts on that one. Dylan, if you're still there, mate. Dylan saying, hope everyone is doing well. Yep, I'm good. Thanks, mate. Great to see you. I hope you're okay. Thank you very much for coming, getting involved. Like I say, I'm sure it's tonight, isn't it, that Portsmouth are playing, or am I getting confused? Is it tomorrow night? There's that many fixtures coming at us. I actually just had a look today, guys, and there's non-stop fixtures. As well, I looked as far as I could see. There's pretty much non-stop fixtures from excuse me, from now until the 11th of January, and that's the furthest I could actually look ahead on the thing that I was looking at. So at least from now till the 11th of January, there's fixtures every day of football. So we'll be covering as much of that as we possibly can. But obviously, I will be looking for an opportunity to have a day off somewhere in the middle of all that, if possible. But yeah, thanks for asking, Dylan. I'm good, mate, and hopefully you are doing well. Just going to change that. That's better, isn't it? So you guys can see me a bit better. Billy Randomson, Random Clips is saying, hi, Stevie Allen. Nice one, Billy. Always appreciate you guys showing a bit of consideration to Stevie, our moderator, doing all the hard work in the background to keep the chat positive and enjoyable for you guys. What Stevie does is basically tries to block out all the spam and inappropriate comments, and so that basically we keep the conversation and the chat nice and positive for you guys to enjoy that are real football fans. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Billy. Top man. Billy Randomson, Random Clip saying, PFC, good evening. Top man, Billy. Like I say, always great to see you guys getting on in the chat. Stevie Allen, hi Dylan. Yeah, all good here. Thanks. How are you? Top. And also, Dylan, sorry, Dylan saying hello to Stevie. You guys starting to get to know each other in the chat, and that's really want to see that, guys, because yes, obviously, I always appreciate all the support you guys show me, but also I want you guys to also become footy mates, get to know each other. You might support different clubs, but we all love football, so there's no reason why you can't still have friends, be friends, or make friendships, build friendships, whatever you want to call it, with fans of other clubs. And plus, it also makes it that little bit more interesting than when your teams play each other, that you have got friends of who support the opposite club that you play in. It can make it a little bit more enjoyable when you can have a little bit of friendly banter about fixtures. So yeah, like I say, always great to see you guys making the effort to get to know each other. So I love that. Thanks a lot, guys. Billy Random Clips is saying, Luton in good form. They got the Norwich manager sacked because they because they beat them with a man down. Yeah, yeah, I did it. Was reading about that the other day, and it was pretty harsh, to be honest, on the Norwich manager, because I don't think any manager should be judged on in such a short period of time. If Norwich wanted to sack him, they had the perfect opportunity to do it during the World Cup break, and they didn't. So it was a bit disappointing to see that happen. And like I say, you wouldn't have expected it, would you guys? I certainly didn't expect any managers to be getting the sack immediately after the World Cup. I thought if any managers were going to get the sack, it was going to happen while the World Cup break was on, because it was the perfect opportunity to bring in a new manager, let him have some time with the players on the training ground while there was a break, and prepare obviously for the second half of the season. So I don't know what Norwich were thinking. Yes, obviously the result was disappointing on from their point of view, but they're still up there in the top of the league and near the top in the top half of the league. So when we look at it from that point of view, it's really poor. It's really poor decision from Luton's board of directors, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, but thanks for that, Billy. Appreciate you bringing that point up. It's a great point, mate. Billy also saying, actually, I'm going 2-0 Luton. I think they'll score on the counter attack. Yeah, mate, that's a great point. That they're looking very good to potentially score on the counter attack, because, like I say, the Luton have gone with this 3 at the back and 5 in midfield, and it's working really well for them. And the fact that they're playing 2 strikers up front as well is meaning that they're able to press from the front. And it's a really, really good tactic, because many a time I've seen teams play 4 at the back and 5 in midfield and 1 striker. But Luton have took it to a whole different level by playing 3 at the back, which is brave. But they're reinforcing it by having that 5-man midfield and having their attacking players, their strikers up front, working really hard to basically press from the front. So they're actually taking the pressure off their defence by the hard work that's being done from their attacking players and their midfield players with that high press, and not letting QPR settle in possession. So it's something I've got to be honest. I've been watching football for years, but I can't never say I've seen that tactic be used by the teams in the Premier League or even in Europe, to be fair, that I can remember. So, like I say, it's definitely opened my eyes. It's definitely opened my eyes as a good tactic, because, like I said, most times when teams play 5 in midfield, as I'm sure you guys are aware, a lot of teams that play 5 in midfield normally go with 4 at the back and 1 striker up front. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen where you have 3 at the back and 2 up front, but it's not very common. Is the point that I'm trying to make. So we have to give credit to Luton. They've so far in the first half, they've pulled off a bit of a tactical masterclass. But the question is, can they keep it going? And QPR, obviously, now with the halftime break, they're going to adjust a few things. You'd like to think, maybe slightly tweak their formation, maybe bring 1 or 2 new fresh faces on, and look to try and. Well, you'd think that they'll look to try and change the tactics, because the tactics they were using in that first half were just basically being nullified by Luton's high press and packed midfield. So QPR really struggling to get in behind Luton to create any sort of opportunity. So yeah, as you say, Billy, it's set up really nicely for Luton to score that second goal if it continues like this. Billy Random Clips also saying Norwich, the Canaries, they make me sick. Honestly, sorry, Norwich fans. No worries, fair enough. You're entitled to your opinion, mate. Is there a particular reason? Are you saying that, or are you meaning because are you referencing to the fact that the manager got sacked? Is that what you're referring to, or is it just that Norwich is a club that you're not very fond of. If you could let me know, Billy, that would be great, mate. Um, Stevie Allen is saying, how how come Billy? Ah, yeah. So Stevie's interested to find out an answer to that one as well, Billy. Let's see what Billy's saying. Um, Stephen Allen, Premier League stinkers and Canaries, which women farmers was called. So I'm sorry, mate. I'm confused with that. Let me read that again. Right, Canaries, which women farmers were called. I'd have to look that up, mate. To be honest, mate, not heard that one before. Um, as for Premier League stinkers, um, to be quite honest, mate, I'm not. I take your point on board. I take your opinion on board. I respect your opinion, although I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it, and I'm going to explain why. Norwich are not Premier League stink. Well, yeah, you could class them as Premier League stinkers, but I think what Norwich did in the Premier League was very sensible. We've seen a lot of clubs like QPR go up into the Premier League and pretty much put the club's future in the balance because they've tried to spend too much trying to stay in the Premier League. Norwich have gone up into the Premier League on two occasions or three occasions, it might be now, and been very sensible. They've spent a little bit of money that they can afford. They've not gone stupid in the transfer window, and they've been prepared to accept that it might be necessary for them to go back down to build to come back up. And what I mean by that is they're prepared to go into the Premier League and accept relegation to basically look at the fact of potentially being a more permanent fixture in the Premier League in the future by allowing that money to benefit the club going forward. Because you are right in a way what you're saying that they're stinkers, but it's very clever what they're doing. They're accepting. I know it's not great to watch, but it's sensible in the a club. The owners are making sure they don't overspend, that they don't put the club at risk, that they spend only what the club can afford to try and compete in the Premier League. And I think it's clever because if they keep doing that, yes, it's going to mean that we have a team that's a bit boring, keep popping in and out of the Premier League. Um, but it also could potentially mean that in the future, Norwich do become a permanent fixture in the Premier League because they've allowed that money to gradually filter into the club, into all parts of the club, and basically shown patience to build a team that can compete in the Premier League. So I take on board what you're saying, mate. Like I say, no offense. I respect your opinion. I just don't particularly agree with it because, like I say, for me, I think Norwich. If we saw more clubs do what Norwich did, then we wouldn't see as many clubs coming out of the Premier League and potentially getting in all sorts of financial trouble and almost going bankrupt. So yes, I take on board what you're saying. It is a bit boring watching Norwich when they get in the Premier League. They don't show a lot of ambition. But in respect of actually running a football club, it's very sensible because they're not overstretching themselves financially. They're accepting that it might take a few years to basically establish themselves as a Premier League regular. And if they don't spend too much too soon, they can gradually keep improving the team to become more and more competitive. And then with the hope that a bit further down the line, they will start to compete better in the Premier League. You might not agree with that, Billy. That's fair enough. I respect it. If you don't agree with me, that's no problem, mate. But I'm just giving you my perspective on it. So yeah, the game's about to restart, guys. We're just waiting for the referee to blow his whistle. So I'm just going to quickly read out one or two more comments if I can. Billy also saying, back in the war when women farmers were covered in yellow, they were called canaries. It's a little fact I remember in school. Ah, right, cool, great, mate. Well, you just taught me a bit of something. I'm actually quite clued up with history. I'm very. It's one of something I'm quite passionate about. I'm always interested to learn history. and geography as well. And I'm very knowledgeable a lot of the time when it comes to history, especially about British history and stuff like that. But I actually didn't know that. If I did know it, I've forgotten it. So yeah, thanks for reminding me of that, Billy. It's always great to learn a bit more history and knowledge. But yeah, that's quite interesting. I might look that up a bit further when I when I get a bit more free time. But the game, like I said, guys, the game has now restarted. We're just a few seconds into it, and we've also already got a stoppage for a free kick. The referee blowing, and it's a free kick to Luton. Um, so Luton with a free kick. I'd say it's probably about 40 yards away from goal on this near side of the pitch. The cross comes in and it's deep and it's in at the back post. One of the Luton players taps it in at the back post, and that it looks like Billy his score prediction is spot on at the minute. Although he's still got plenty of time for the goal for the score line to change, but yeah, that is a really good goal from Luton. They're really doing a masterclass here on QPR so far in this game. So that makes it QPR 0, Luton 2. Like I say, it was crossed from about 40 yards. It was on this near side of the pitch, and the cross came in um, and basically came into the box. And it kind of went out as looked as if it was going out, but Luton players running onto it. There were about 2 or 3 Luton players running onto it. And then the final Luton player that was running onto it managed to tap it in at the back post. And the keeper basically unable to do much about it. As he found himself readjusting his position and not able to stretch to keep that out of the back of the net. So that, like I say, gives Luton that second goal, and now it is going to make life really difficult for QPR to potentially get back in this game. So as it stands, guys, 47 and a half minutes gone. It's QPR 0, Luton Town 2. Billy's saying, yes, yes, maybe you're right. Maybe, maybe I'm right. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm presuming you're referring to what I was saying about Norwich. Like I say, mate, you're right as well. You are right in a way. I think it's a bit harsh what you're saying, but I think you're also right. They are boring to watch when they're in the Premier League. It's we don't want to particularly see a team that is not competing as well as they should be. But at the same time, obviously, I'm also looking at it through the amount of clubs that we keep seeing dropping out of the Premier League and ending up in all kinds of financial trouble. So looking at it from that angle, I also have to give a little bit of respect to Norwich for being sensible about their finances. So yes, Billy, you are absolutely spot on, mate. That they are a bit boring to watch when they're in the Premier League, but at the same time, I also think we also need to take into account the amount of teams that have dropped out of the Premier League because of trying to spend too much to compete. So it's getting that balance right in it, Billy. So you're right, mate. And I think we're both a bit 50-50 there, mate. I think we're both hitting it correctly, if you get my meaning. But yeah. Stephen Allen saying, you learning something new every day, Billy. Absolutely. Yeah, that's it. Nice one, Billy. We like to share knowledge. That's one thing that is great about building the Fandom community. We can all share knowledge with each other. And as they say, guys, knowledge is power. So, yeah. QPR in possession and have lost it as they attempted to try and create something going forward. And now we've got a stoppage for a handball. And it was actually a handball. Yeah, it was clear handball. It's Luton player with a handball, so it's a free kick for QPR. And they take it quickly and switch the play out to this near side. just having quite a lot of possession. Like I say, Luton sitting back and now and holding the ball up. And now we've got another stoppage for a foul. And looks like the referee might have a little bit of handbags to deal with here. So that's the perfect opportunity to come to the chat and see what you guys are saying. Guys, like I say, if you can, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button and consider subscribing if you're new. We are quite a new YouTube channel, so we're doing lots of match watch-alongs at the minute to help the fan community find out about us. We get new Tim Clark, new fan in the chat. Great to see you, mate. Appreciate coming getting involved. Tim Clark saying, just liked and subscribed. Do you cover other teams too? Yeah, absolutely, mate. We're not a club channel. We're a fan channel. We're looking to build. I'm trying to start building a project that is unique to fans to help fans come together and have a channel that truly represents fans. Obviously, we're still in the early stages of building the project, but I'm very passionate about how fans are treated in the football world. As you might have heard recently, mate, a lot of the mainstream media and some of the clubs are starting to treat fans like customers, and that's not right. Football, as the motto of our project is, football is the fans. Without fans, you don't have the mass media. Without fans, you don't have the big money in the game. And without fans, we don't have these high-profile players earning astronomical amounts of money. So yes, we do cover other games, mate. But the idea of the channel is that to build a real fan channel that actually involves fans. So yeah, you'll see plenty of other games on the channel, mate. But thank you very much for subscribing. That's really appreciated. If you have, mate, thank you very much. And yeah, it's great to see you come and get involved in the chat. We always want to welcome new fans. Like I say, what we're trying to do is build something positive where fans feel like they can come get involved in this channel, and also where you guys can, whether you're feeling happy about football or disappointed or angry, whatever it is, this channel is hopefully going to help you guys have a voice and express your good days and your bad days and your frustrations about the football world. The mainstream media might not want to listen to you guys. The EFL might not want to listen to you guys, and the Premier League might not want to listen to you guys. And even the SPFL up in Scotland, we know doesn't listen to the fans. But here at Fanden, we want to hear from you. We want to hear what you guys have got to say because, like I say, as far as I'm concerned, without the fans and the passion that fans bring to football, it wouldn't be the game that we all love today. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Tim, and thank you very much, as I say, for coming, getting involved, and really appreciate your support by subscribing, mate. Top man. Stevie Allen is saying, hi, Tim. Fanden does it. Hi, Tim. Fanden does it's not a club channel. It's a channel for all UK clubs. Absolutely. Nice one, Stevie. Thanks for that, mate. Appreciate you letting Tim know. Obviously, sometimes I don't always get a chance to answer the comments straight away. We just had an opportunity, guys. Sorry to break off. I'll come back to the comments in a minute. We just had an opportunity for QPR with a ball into the box from a set piece on this near side. And it's ended up ricocheting off a player, bouncing off the bar, and it's gone out of play. But one of rare opportunities for QPR getting forward. So it's like I say, it's gone out for a goal kick, and now the ball's back in play. And just try and see if I can read one or two more comments before we get back to the game. Now Luton looking to hit QPR on the counter attack, but they've lost it, and QPR awarded a free kick. They take it quickly, and now they switch the play out to this near side. And the job that Luton are doing at the minute is amazing, guys. They're really, we have no preference in this game. We're truly neutral. We're not bothered who wins it. We're completely neutral, but we have to sometimes give respect to teams when we see that their tactics are spot on and they've come up with a good game plan. And I have to say, in this one, guys, Luton are doing a masterclass so far on QPR, with the way they've set up, the way they've lined up the formation and the tactics they're playing. They're just soaking up the pressure and making life really difficult for QPR, trying to get any kind of possession. Well, they're getting the possession, but they're struggling to get forward when they're in possession. And a big part of that is the formation that Luton are playing, with a packed midfield. So it's meaning that QPR really struggling to get into the goal box to create any kind of chances. So we've got another stoppage for a free kick, guys. So, like I said, just come back to the chat, answer a few more comments. If you're just joining us, guys, please do hit that like button and feel free to get involved in the chat. All fans welcome on Fanden. Tim Clark saying, cheers, Stevie. Nice one, Tim. Always appreciate you guys showing a bit of appreciation to Stevie, the moderator. Does all the hard work in the background to help keep the chat clean and positive for you guys to enjoy. Stevie's saying, what team do you support, Tim? I'll come back to your comment in a minute, Tim. Sorry, we're just seeing a bit of an potential opportunity here for QPR. They're just scrapping it out on this near corner flag. But QPR managing to get in the box. Oh, is that a question for a penalty? QPR managed to really get into the box there from a really difficult angle, being pressed really intently from Luton, surrounded by Luton defenders, and they still managed to break into the box. I think he was surrounded by about 4 players at one point, 4 Luton players, and still managed to get in the box, but eventually lost control of it under that intense pressure from Luton's defenders. And well, I don't know. I've not seen the replay, but it did look like it could be a shout at least for a penalty. But looks like the referee has just awarded it as a goal kick or foul. So we're just seeing a change for Luton. It's Conwick coming off for Luton, and it's Woodrow coming on. So substitution there for Luton. So quickly back to the comments. Tim Clark saying, I'm a I can't even read that. I'm a Cockney Red, mate. Man United has been all my life, but London clubs I like. London club I like is Leyton Orient. All right, cool, great to see you. See a Leyton Orient fan. And yeah, absolutely, mate. No worries. Obviously, if you're a Man United fan, you might get on with one of our regular viewers. I've not seen him tonight, but some nights, obviously, you guys have other things going on. But one of our regular viewers, Aaron, he's a Scottish football fan, supports Dundee United, but he's also a big Man United fan as well. So yeah, nothing wrong with that, Tim. Like I say, I'm sure if you come on the show regular, you will probably eventually bump into Aaron, who is also a big United fan that doesn't live in the Manchester area. So yeah, like I say, great to see. But always, like I say, great to see you also supporting one of your local teams as well, mate. So massive respect to you for that, Tim Clark. Billy, random clips. I'll just come back to your comment in a minute, guys. Just seeing an opportunity now starting to develop for QPR as they break into finally get a bit of possession in the Luton half of the pitch. And now they switch the play out to this near side and a cross comes in, but it's blocked and it's blocked and kicked out of play for a throw into QPR, literally right in line with the goal mouth of Luton's box. So, like I say, we just wait for the corner to be taken, and I will try and answer your comment in a second, mate. So we've got a corner on this near side for QPR, and the corner is deep, headed back across goal, and it's a good opportunity, but it's it's gone out, and I'm not sure if it's gone out for another corner or a goal kick. But it's just a lot of bodies in that box, so it's difficult to say. Yeah, I think it's gone out. Yeah, it's deflected out by a Luton player, so it's out for another corner. And the second corner is taken, but the second corner falls straight to the goalkeeper. So yeah, guys, please do, if you're just joining us, feel free to drop your comments in the chat. Be great to hear from you, and hit that like button. That would also be very much appreciated to help more fans find out about us. Billy Random Clips is saying, I've been impressed by Fulham in the Prem, but they were a boring team a few years ago. Norwich will start doing well soon. Yeah, no, that mate, no, that's yeah, that's an excellent point. To be honest, for years, I've seen Fulham come up and down in the Premier League because obviously, I'm kind of giving away my age a little bit. That I'm a bit older, but yeah, for years I've seen Fulham be a bit of a yo-yo club, coming up and down. But yeah, that's a great analogy, Billy. Random clips. Like I say, that's a spot on analogy. That's I never actually thought of it like that. So yeah, well said, Billy. That's a perfect. What's the word I'm looking for? Comparison. Perfect comparison. Because like you say, Fulham have kind of also been a bit of a yo-yo club up in and out of the Premier League over the last 20 years or so. So yeah, like you say, I think it's also an element of luck as well in it, and with the crazy transfer prices that have been knocked about for players that can potentially play in the Premier League, it's making it really difficult for Championship clubs coming up to try and strengthen their team enough to compete in the Premier League. But yeah, like you said, Billy, that's a perfect analogy and a comparison. With what you were saying about Norwich. So yeah, thanks for that, Billy. Well said, mate. Like I say, I couldn't have thought of a better comparison myself. To be fair, that's great, that mate. Billy, random clips also saying, Tim Clark, I apologise because I do make jokes about Leighton Orient. Well, no worries, Billy. Like I say, appreciate at least you're honest, mate, and massive respect to you for at least being honest. There's nothing wrong with a bit of friendly banter. It's obviously I love a bit of friendly banter. It's just that obviously some fans can take that friendly banter to a different level where it can also be classed as hate. So as long as it's only friendly banter, Billy, I'm sure it's from the short time I've known you. I'm presuming it's good intentioned and just like I say, just a bit of friendly football banter, and there's nothing wrong with that, mate. Just back to the game, guys. 83 minutes gone, and now QPR just about managing to stop Luton hitting them on the counter attack as they pass it back to the goalkeeper under pressure from Luton attackers. And now the ball is pinged up into the midfield by the goalkeeper, and it's Luton that managed to pick up possession. And now Luton on the attack down that far side as they look to create another opportunity to potentially kill the game off. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do drop your comments in. I will keep coming back to the chat as and when I can to keep you guys involved in the conversation where as much as possible. But also feel free to talk amongst yourselves as well. Like I say, we're trying to build a unique project here for fans and want you guys to all feel a part of the project. And the best way you can do that is get involved in the chat. So yeah, we're just seeing a stoppage in play at the minute. Just to let you guys know that are also new to the channel, if you're interested, you might be interested. We also got some stuff going on Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and also Facebook. On Facebook, we have the Fanden page where I share updates of what's going on with Fanden, and also share bits of football stats, stuff like that. But there's also a Fanden Facebook group where you guys can actually share stuff as well. So as long as it's not classed as promoting a business or nothing like that, if it's just stuff about your club, send it to the Facebook group, and I'll happily allow you guys to share stuff about your club. But it is set on an approval setting, and the only reason for that is to avoid all the spam. Because I'm sure you guys know, if you're on Facebook, some of the Facebook groups get well overloaded with completely inappropriate posts that have absolutely nothing to do with football. So to keep the group football related, for you guys to enjoy, all posts that are shared on the do have to be approved. But that, like I say, that's only to avoid all the inappropriate stuff that I'm sure you guys have seen on Facebook. But also on Instagram, you can get more involved on Instagram. We have fan group chats open on Instagram where fans are welcome to come and get involved, and it also helps you guys meet other good fans that are also interested in the Fandom project. So we're basically doing a variety of different things to help you guys get involved. So I just wanted to let you guys know that are joining that might be new to Fandom, so you're a bit more aware of what some of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. And you can also, as I say, if you've not noticed, you can also send us start sending us shorts as well, guys, of your match day experiences. We're sharing little fan clips, little 60-second or less fan clips of you guys on your match day experience. So you can also let me know on social media if you're interested to send me a clip. That would be great. And like I said, I'll always if you check it out on the channel, you can see you guys also get mentioned. Always give you a shout if you share the clip, and let people know that the clip has come from you. So yeah, we just got a stoppage on the far side for a foul. Not much in it, guys, but the referee has deemed it a foul. Just a leg coming across the QPR player as he's tried to move forward with the ball. And now the free kick is taken. It's into all the bodies, and it's ended up with a challenge on this near side. And now it looks like we've got another free kick, but this time it's much closer to the goal. And this could potentially be an opportunity for Luton to kill the game off, because, like I said, this free kick. Oh, hang on a minute. That's actually inside the box. That's actually inside the box. So what's the referee giving here? Or is he just giving a warning? Right, so it looks like the referee's dismissed that. I thought that was he stopped the game. The referee stopped the game, so I thought he was actually going to award a foul for that. So my bad, guys. Apologies, I got that wrong. It looks like he's just dismissed it and classed it as a coming together of players. So yeah. But now the ball back in play, and Luton looking to build from the halfway line. Oh, that's a beautiful ball right through the middle, and literally one of the players in the middle of the park just stepped over it and let it carry on rolling. But unfortunately, it didn't quite work out. But it was some good, nice bit of thought in that play there. And now Luton looking to press forward again. As they're having quite a bit of possession now, and I think we're starting to see the evidence of QPR's long spells of possession starting to tire out the team, and now it's Luton in the ascendancy. And now we've got a stoppage on this near side for a tackle from Morris on a QPR player. I think it's gone QPR's way. So just bear with me a second, guys. I'm not sure. Obviously, it's not very clear. And we're just seeing the replay. Yeah, it's a tackle. There were nothing in it. It was something and nothing. Honest, some players like to dramatise things, don't they? Right. So it's a tackle on Morris from a QPR player, but there weren't not much in it. It's more a coming together, and he's just got his foot wrong. But the referee has deemed it a free kick. Billy Random Clips is saying, Tim Clark, I apologize. Oh, right. Sorry, I read that clip, that comment before dinner. But no, thanks for that, Billy. Appreciate that, mate. Free kick taken, and it's resulted in nothing, guys. The referee has blown for a foul inside the box, and now it'll be the goalkeeper who restarts the game with a a free kick. Yeah, it was blown. The referees changed blown for a foul on the goalkeeper. Stevie Allen is saying, "Hi Hayden, thanks for your comment. Unfortunately, can't share nothing wrong. Can't nothing wrong. Just the swear word. Sorry. Just trying to stay with the YouTube guideline within the YouTube guidelines." All right, no worries. Is that somebody in the chat, Stevie, or is it somebody that's just put a random comment in and disappeared? If you could let me know. But thank you very much for that, Stevie. Yeah, like I said, guys, as you can see, Stevie will obviously is the moderator trying to keep the chat clean. You guys are welcome to get involved. And like I said, just try and keep your comments clean. I have no problem with bad language. But obviously, there is youngsters that potentially can watch the channel where it might not be appropriate. And we are working towards getting YouTube to approve the channel in the future. So we have to keep the chat clean of bad language to avoid, obviously, getting any any bad feedback off YouTube for allowing bad language. So apologies, guys. Like I say, personally, I don't have any big issue with bad language, but unfortunately, when we're doing the live streams, we do have to keep the chat clean in case to keep YouTube happy, but also in case there's any youngsters that might be too young to listen to that kind of conversation. So yeah, thanks for that, Stevie. Top man. Great work you do behind the scenes. So thank you very much for doing that, Stevie. Appreciate, and also appreciate you taking the time to let us know in the chat why you may have disallowed a comment. Billy Random Clips is saying, "I don't see QPR getting anything." Yeah, it's not looking good at the minute. Like I say, 72 minutes gone, guys. We have got a free kick though now, a set piece for QPR, so they might be able to make something of that. I'll come back to the comments in a minute. Free kick taken taken as a cross into the box, and it's just been headed about by the players, and now comes back outside the box, and QPR managed to keep possession as they look to swing the ball back into the box, but it's blocked by Luton, and it's QPR that still regain possession midway inside the Luton half of the pitch, and now switch the play out to the far side, and then come in back in midfield as they pass the ball about, looking for spaces to potentially create an opportunity. And there goes an opportunity, cross into the box at the back post, and on running QPR player just not managing to slot a ball away in the back of the net under pressure from the goalkeeper. Just see the replay and see it better. Yeah, the cross comes in, it's deep, and the QPR player did manage to get a foot up to it, but he was under pressure from the Luton defender. I thought he was actually under pressure from the goalkeeper initially, but it was a Luton defender that put him under pressure, and even though he managed to get a toe on it, he didn't actually manage to direct it, and it's gone wide of the post, which is unfortunate from a QPR point of view, because the goalkeeper was caught completely off guard there, and if he'd have managed to get a more accurate touch on that, then the goalkeeper would have been caught out big time. We're just having a substitution, guys. So just bear with me a second. I will come back to the comments in a second. We're just having a substitution. Also, to let you know, guys, at the end of the game, I will be jumping off the stream immediately as the final whistle goes, because we have another live stream scheduled after this one for an 8 o'clock kickoff, which is West Brom v Preston. So please, it'd be great if you guys have time, if you can come and join me on that one. But I'm just letting you know that normally we would try and have a bit of conversation after the game, but like I say, we've got a quick turnaround today because there's another game literally kicking off at 8, so there isn't any time to reply to comments after this one. But like I say, you guys just save your comments, come and drop them in on the other stream, and I will happily answer your comments and get you involved in that one. But like I said, there's only going to be about a 5-minute turnaround from the end of this game to the kickoff of the next game. So we're just seeing that Luton have made a sub. Sorry, apologies, guys. Didn't manage to actually see who it was they brought on there. It was showing some clips of the referee for some reason. But yeah, now the game's restarted and it's pinging about on the far side at the minute between the two teams. Just inside the QPR half of the field, and now Luton finally managed to gain some possession and switch out to this near side, and then switch it back out to the far side, which is slightly unusual. But that long field pass is cut out by QPR, and now we have QPR on the attack down this near side as they switch the play. And now a cross comes in for QPR, but it's blocked by the Luton defenders. And now Luton looking to keep possession, but regain possession. But QPR managed to get a tackle in to regain possession, and QPR switched the play out to that far side now, looking to probe down both sides of the pitch, obviously from QPR. And now they switch the play back out to this near side, but it's a bit of a heavy pass, and the QPR player unable to keep the ball in play, and it's gone out for a throw-in on this near side to Luton. So I'll just quickly try and come to some of the comments, guys, while we are taking that break. But yeah, absolutely, Billy. Thanks for that. I think you're right, mate. It's 77 minutes gone, and it's definitely looking like a bit of a mission impossible now for QPR to get anything out of this game. Luton still looking very strong and very confident when they're on the ball. So yeah, thanks for that, Billy. Random clips. Joey's saying doesn't sound like it, Billy. No, absolutely. Like I say, it's Luton done a masterclass, guys. Like I say, the lineup, the way they played, and obviously getting that early goal has just really suited the way that they've intended to play this game. Just getting another sub for QPR, guys, and it's T. Robertson coming off, and I think it's a double substitution, and it's Shuda. Is it Shuda coming off as well? And it's Anderson coming on. Sorry, it's not, for some reason it's not coming up on the screen, the substitutions. So apologies. I'm having to actually try and look at the players' shirts to identify what substitutes are coming on. That's really unusual that they're not highlighting the substitutes that's coming on. But not to worry. The game's restarted now, guys, and the ball is with QPR on the far side of the pitch. There we go. It's come up. That's late. So it's Robertson and Shadbrough. Oh, it come up literally. Give me a second to read it, and it's gone off. Honest, these media companies need to learn something about, what do they think we are, robots, that we can just read it like a computer and just instantly recognize it? The human brain does actually need time, a little, a few seconds to register things. Do these media companies know that? Sorry, guys, just venting a bit of frustration that they're not giving me enough chance to analyze the information they're putting up on the screen. So yeah, but yeah, like I say, you're right, Billy and Joey. It's looking very much like Luton in the ascendancy now, and looking like they're going to be able to see out this game. Just coming up to the 79.5 minutes gone, so we're just coming up to the 80 minutes mark. So we've got about 10 minutes plus added on time. As it stands, obviously, as I said to you guys earlier, as it stands, if it stays like this, Luton will move up into 5th place in the league, and QPR will be in 8th position in the league. And like I say, that could also change later because there's a load of games kicking off at 7:45, and also another game which we're covering at 8 o'clock, and then also a later kickoff at 8:15. So, like I say, plenty to change in the championship tonight, guys. Luton in possession on this near side, and opportunity. Oh, and it's a beautiful goal just from the edge of the box. They literally had the possession on this far side, on this near side. They cut inside with a 1-2, and literally the player that created the 1-2 runs straight onto the pass back and slammed it straight home into the side of the goal. With a beautiful strike, absolutely beautiful strike right from the edge of the box. Really, really nice goal that from Luton. Sorry, I'm not getting excited because it's Luton. I'm not, like I say, I'm completely neutral in this game. I'm just getting excited because it was a beautiful goal, guys. Really, really well struck goal. Absolutely beautiful, like a rocket, straight into the far corner of the net. Well, say halfway in up, if you get my meaning, but on the far side of the net. But yeah, absolutely beautiful goal, like a rocket that for Luton. And that just demonstrates how high Luton's confidence is in this game. So yeah, sorry if I'm getting a little bit excited, guys. Just enjoying the goal. Not bothered who scored it. Just a beautiful goal to see that. Am I getting the same comments here? What's going on? Oh, sorry. Sorry, mate. Tim Clark, apologies, mate. I'm a United fan. I'm used to banter. No worries, mate. Sorry, I nearly missed your comment there, mate. I always try to read as many as I can, but obviously, as when we sometimes it is impossible, and when we have really busy live streams, obviously on them occasions it is impossible to read absolutely every comment. But I will always try to read as many comments from you guys as possible. So yeah, I was kind of a little bit right with my score prediction. One, Joey, I thought it had finished 3-2, but I said 3-2 to QPR, didn't I? Yeah, so I'm nowhere near right. We're both wrong, mate. I think you said 2-1 QPR, and I said 3-2 QPR. So we're both miles off, mate. Luton have left us red faced it with our score prediction. So yeah, not to worry. We get some right, we get some wrong, don't we? But yeah, thanks for that, Tim Clark. No worries, mate. Like I say, banter's welcome on the channel, but obviously we do try to keep it friendly as well, so that nobody gets offended or takes it too seriously. But thank you very much for that, Tim. Billy Random Clips is saying, Tim Clark, love to hear you. You don't mind a bit of banter. Absolutely. Like I say, we don't love a bit of banter on the channel if we can, a bit of friendly banter. But like I say, we just need to keep it friendly and clean so that all ages can get involved in it. Like I say, you never know, guys. If fandom's successful and in the future, you never know, we might come up with some ideas to make some adult-only shows so we can have a bit more freedom of expression. But at the minute, like I say, while we're trying to get the project up and running, we need to keep it clean to keep YouTube happy, but also so all ages of football fans feel comfortable to come and get involved. But yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that, Billy. Well said, mate. Tim Clark saying, I'm an East Londoner. We invented banter. This arrow really annoys me. We invented banter and cheek. Haha. Nothing wrong with that, mate. What part does it say? East London. That's the Peckham area, isn't it? Is that Peckham area? Is that around? Sorry, I'm asking you, mate, because obviously I'm a northern lad, mate, as you can tell from my accent. So, but yeah, that's the Peckham area, isn't it? If I'm remembering correctly. Let me know if you can, Tim, if you're still there, mate. Or am I right? No, that's West Ham, isn't it? Is West Ham East London? I'd have to look on a map, but I'm sure Peckham's over. No, Peckham's South London, isn't it? Am I remembering right, or is it slightly southeast? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm sure you being a London lad, Tim, you can let me know how close I am there with my geography. I might be miles off actually, but I'm sure Peckham. I know it's in the south. I'm sure it's South London, but is it southeast? It's like more south over to the east side, but in the south of London, if you know what I mean. So yeah. But yeah, I'm sure. Hopefully, Tim will let me know if I'm miles off. Stephen Allen is saying, not 85 minutes gone in the game, guys. Just a free kick from the Luton goalkeeper, long but right up to the QPR goalkeeper. So not much to tell you about at the minute in the game. Stephen Allen is saying, "Hi guys, just make you aware, Gaz will be finishing the stream quickly once the game has finished. He's doing the match watch along for West Brom and Preston. Absolutely, come join us and carry on the footy talk. Absolutely, nice one, Stevie. Thanks for that, mate. Like I said, guys, most of the time we do have a bit of an overlap after the game so that I can have some conversation with you guys. But obviously, just trying to make the most of the holiday season with it being the Christmas holidays. A lot more people able to spend time on YouTube. So it's a perfect opportunity for us to try and double up a few on a few occasions to help more fans see Fanden. So, like I say, that's why we're doing a double stream today. So, thank you very much for that, Stevie, and also special thanks to you guys for your understanding. Like I say, got to do what's necessary to keep building the project. Tim Clark, thanks for that, mate. Top man. Tim Clark, that's why I enjoy watching the women's football, because when they get knocked down, they don't roll around like fairies. Nice one. I've got to go on, Tim. I'm going to give you a clap for that one, mate. That's a good comment. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, mate. I know it does bug me. It does bug me sometimes with some of these players playing, rolling around like, like they've been shot or something. It's crazy, isn't it? You should, it's as it used to be said, you can't say it anymore because obviously it's a lot more um, people involved of the ladies' game, and that rightly so. I agree with the ladies playing football. Love seeing ladies play football. But in the old days, there used to be the saying about football: it's a man's game. To get players to toughen up and stop doing that. What you're describing, Tim. But like I say, mate, these days you can't really say things like that in case somebody's offended by it. So yeah, like I say, I'm all for the ladies' game. I love the ladies playing football. That's awesome. But like I say, in the old days, they used to say that to get players to stop rolling over and falling over like that. But like I say, with the equality and respect and consideration for all ethnicities and all sexualities and stuff like that we have this day, and rightly so, we have to word things a bit differently now. So you can't obviously we can't say things like that anymore because it's now it's not seen as just a man's sport anymore like it used to be many years ago. Like I'm saying many years ago, but it seems many years ago, but that's how I remember it as a kid. But yeah, thank you very much for that, Joey. Sorry, Tim. My apologies, Tim. Where was we up to? Stevie is Alan is saying, laugh out loud. I like that, Tim. Absolutely. Nice one. Stevie. I think that's a cracking comment as well. So, guys, 89 minutes gone, and it's still QPR 0, Luton Town 3. And I think we're just seeing another substitution. Yeah, I think we are seeing another substitution, I think, for Luton. I think. I'm not. Well, I'm not sure what happened then. It looked like it was showing like a substitution, but it's obviously me being distracted with the comments. I wasn't concentrating on the screen and what was going on there, so my apologies. But he game is just starting to come to an end now. 80, just coming up to the 90 minutes mark. 4 minutes added on time, guys. 4 minutes. Like I said, QPR nil, Luton Town 3. So 4 minutes added on time. I'm just going to try and read out the last couple of comments because, like I say, as soon as the full-time whistle goes, guys, you might want to, I'm buzzing that you're all putting your comments in, but you might want to calm down with the comments because I am not going to have time to read all these comments before the full-time whistle goes. So I'm going to try and quickly rattle through some of them because, like I say, we're jumping straight onto the other stream after this. So, guys, if you want to go and get your comments in early on that stream, it's scheduled. You can do. You can go already go and add comments on that. Billy is saying, I need to go. I need to go for dinner. See you all. See you all later. No worries, Billy. Thank you very much for coming, getting involved. It's been great seeing you, mate. And like I say, really appreciate you coming getting involved. It's been great having you in the chat, mate, and enjoy your dinner and hopefully see you again on another stream at some point, mate. Look after yourself and thank you very much for coming getting involved. Sorry, I thought there were more comments than that, was there? But it's me. Stevie Allen, bye Billy, thanks for joining. Absolutely nice one, Stevie. Israel Nassim Nascimento is saying Brazil de Luta Pele. Well, I'm presuming that's a comment with regards to Pele, top player, and obviously very sad what's happened with Pele. So our thoughts and our best wishes are with his family at this difficult time. But yeah, absolutely. Cheers for that, mate. It's a new face dropping in the chat, but obviously I'm struggling to understand the language, so apologies there, mate. Joey is saying, I know, mate, I really thought QPR would be up for this and get the win. Yeah, me too, mate. But to be fair, it doesn't always work out for the home team. And like I say, as we've watched the game, I've been quite impressed with Luton and how they approach to the game. They've, like I say, I know I've said it a couple of times already, but it's the only thing I can think of. They've come with a tactical masterclass and they've pulled it off well. And we don't always say that about teams that they managed to pull off the good tactics, but Luton have managed to achieve that. And like I say, we see sometimes for one half that a team might pull off their tactical plan, even maybe half an hour of the game, but at some point they normally go off the boil or make a mistake somewhere along the line. But tonight, as far as Luton are concerned, anyway, they've absolutely got it spot on for the full 90 minutes. So I have to give them credit for that, at least. So yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that, Joey, top man. Appreciate you letting me know your thoughts on that, mate. As I say, I think I pointed that a little bit while ago, didn't I, about us both getting our score prediction. Tim Clark is saying, nah, bro, 10 minutes from West Ham. Peckham is south east, I believe. 10 minutes. Right. Yeah, sorry. Yes, so it's kind of West Ham is that kind of roughly part of London, but obviously not, from what you're telling me, not quite in South London. But yeah, sorry, East London. Sorry. So Peckham is South London. Peckham is South East London, I believe. Right. Thanks, mate. Top man. I appreciate you confirming that for me, mate. I'm not being rude. Obviously, I'm just trying to quickly get the last couple of comments done so we can jump on the other stream. But thank you very much for confirming that for me, Tim Clark. Really appreciated, mate. Just going to read this final comment and then going to call it a day, guys, so we can jump on the other stream. Tim Clark saying there's no such thing as South London. There's a southwest and a southeast, but no actual south. Right. All right. Well, that's cool. That's appreciate you letting me know that. I'm presuming that's what you mean in there is that's how the locals in that part of London look at it. So yeah, like I say, obviously me being a northern lad, obviously I've been to around London, been down there several times, but obviously I wouldn't be as familiar with the local geography as you guys that actually live down there. Right, guys. So I'm like I say, apologies. I'm not being rude. I'm going to end the stream now and can get jumped onto that other stream in the next few minutes. That really appreciate all the positive comments tonight in this stream. It's been absolutely fantastic and great to see some new faces. Special shout out to Stevie doing the great work behind the scenes. Also, Joey, for the awesome support throughout this stream. Also, a quick shout out to Billy and also Tim Clark, new to the channel. So thank you very much, guys. It's been great having you involved. And like I say, hopefully, if you've got time, you'll join me on the next live stream, which is West Brom v Preston. But if you guys don't have time, no problem. Hopefully, I will catch you on a future stream. But that's it for me for now on this one, guys. Take care. Look after yourself out there and all the best. Bye for now.